Good morning, everyone. Okay, I brought props. You'll get it in a second. Audience participation time. How many people here have a child or a loved one who has a food allergy? Hands up. It's a lot of people. This is such a great story. I'm so excited to share it with all of you. Never underestimate what a mother will do for their child. And if that mother is also savvy and an experienced businesswoman, it can lead to the creation of Partake, one of the fastest growing snack companies in the United States. So as you saw, it's a lot of people here have somebody who they love who has a food allergy. It's actually 1 in 13 children across this country have a food allergy, and Denise Woodard's daughter is one of them who has severe food allergies. And Denise was frustrated with the options that existed and imagined her daughter going to parties or events or school and not being able to partake, get it? That pun was totally intended, in the food. Partake products, and I tested them, they're really good, can now be found in more than 17,000 stores nationwide, including the largest chains and JetBlue Airlines. That was not a promotion for JetBlue Airlines, even though it sounded like it. All the products, which are primarily cookies, are free of the top 9 food allergens and certified gluten-free, non-GMO, vegan, and most important, delicious. Denise is also, this is amazing, the first Black woman to raise more than $1 million publicly for a food startup, which is extraordinary. And that was just the beginning. Since launching the company in 2016, the company has raised more than $30 million in 3 rounds of funding. So let's go back a little bit. When Denise applied to the Tory Burch Fellows Program, it was 2019. She had $400,000 in revenue. 5 years later, it's $17.5 million in revenue. Here is one of the meteoric fellows' story, and as a result, she has been an incredible resource for all other fellows, and she never hesitates to share her time and her experience and her wisdom with the other fellows. So, for being a business visionary and for serving as a role model and a mentor to so many people, it is our incredible honor to present the 2025 Tory Burch Foundation Founders Award to Denise Woodard.
Thank you, Perri. My parents told me to get a corporate job and to hang on to it. And I did as I was told at first. It's understandable that they wanted this for me. Neither of my parents graduated from high school. My dad got his GED in the Army. He was stationed in Korea, which is where he met my mother. After the Army, my parents settled in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and my dad became a truck driver. Eventually, after years of being an over-the-road truck driver, he saved enough to buy his own truck, and then several more. Clearly, he is the source of my entrepreneurial spirit. Despite money being tight, my parents poured everything into me and sent me off to college at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. I entered the corporate world, and eventually, I landed at Coca-Cola, where I spent 8 years. I loved the company, and I had the opportunity to work for Coke's Venturing and Emerging Brands Group, where I got exposure to mission-oriented brands that they had acquired, like Honest Tea. And that was the first time that I really saw entrepreneurship at scale. Before that, I saw my dad's trucking business, my local nail salon, but I didn't understand what it meant to take a personal problem and create a scalable company, and I was really excited by it. While working at Coke, my husband Jeremy and I had our daughter Vivian. Vivi's allergies were diagnosed just after her first birthday. She's allergic to super simple foods: tree nuts, eggs, corn, and bananas. I was working from home on a Wednesday afternoon when our nanny screamed out. Vivian had eaten a snack just made with 2 simple ingredients, peanuts and corn, and she went into anaphylactic shock. Her lips and tongue swelled up, and she started to turn blue. We administered 2 EpiPens and rushed my 1-year-old daughter to the hospital. In the car, she began to go lifeless in my arms, and I have never felt, and I hope never again to feel that afraid or helpless. But thankfully, my daughter is now 10 and thriving and healthy. And after that day, it was clear that we were dealing with a matter of life and death, and I became laser focused on what products that we brought into our house. But I couldn't find any allergy-friendly snack options that tasted good, that had ingredients that I could actually understand. Our nanny, Martha, who actually I granted some equity to in the business, pushed me because she said, you can do something about this. You're helping all these other people build this business. You can figure this out. And days later, we were at the zoo, and I was telling my husband, you won't believe this, Martha thinks I should start an allergy-friendly snack food company. And the man in line in front of us, just like out of a movie, he turned around and he said, that sounds like a really good idea. You should enter this pitch competition. And that was on a Saturday. I went home that night. I incorporated a business that I called Vivi's Life because I didn't know what I was going to do other than make Vivi's life better and easier. I entered that pitch competition. It was called the Start Something Challenge, and that's what I did. I started something, and I won that competition. I never saw the man from the zoo again, but I'm so grateful, so grateful to the man from the zoo. Armed with my $10,000 prize, I needed a top 9 allergen-free manufacturing facility. And at the time, there was only one plant in the United States that was qualified and could handle the scale that I believed we'd be able to achieve. And when I called them up, they nicely hung up the phone on me and said, no, thank you, we work with real companies. And I thought, well, I will show them wrong. And so to prove to them that I was filling a critical gap in the market, I launched a Kickstarter campaign. It ended up finishing in the top 1% of food campaigns on the platform, and it helped me convince the manufacturer to take us on. 9 years later, he's now become an investor in Partake, and we literally just bought an oven together that's as long as a football field. The thing that's allowed me to keep going on this journey and maintain somewhat my sanity is the community that I have with other female leaders and entrepreneurs. And the Tory Burch Foundation has been a humongous part of that. I use the community platform to network with other fellows on practical matters, and most importantly, the emotional support is completely invaluable on this journey that can often feel lonely and isolating, and I think only other people who have experienced it, only other working moms who are trying to manage building a company and dealing with investors and dealing with employees actually understand it. Feels like being an entrepreneur is a game of whack-a-mole, and you've got to have something very deep in your soul driving you as motivation. And for me, that's my sweet daughter. And it's giving back. Being an example to other women entrepreneurs, women of color founders, and getting young people from historically Black colleges and universities into the CPG industry through my nonprofit, the Black Futures Program. Being a founder is hard. We need each other. Thank you to the Tory Burch Foundation for recognizing and proving that we are stronger together. Thank you.